Hi everyone, this is Tom from MonTac, starting off the month of May with the monthly MonTac Meta for the past month of April. In this video, we'll be going over the past month and how the meta changed/evolved. In April, we saw the inception of Set 4, which led to many new decks and strategies, making the mission to stay champion near impossible. All up, we had 18 matches occur in the last month. It was in these matches that we would see multiple debuts in history-making battles. But first, the following are the tiers for deck representation. Overlord tier, 50% or more, extremely likely. Elite tier, 25% to 49%, very likely. Solid tier, 10% to 24%, likely. And Rogue tier, less than 10%, unlikely. We'll start by looking at each week before we analyze the month as a whole. At the beginning of April, we saw two types of players. The ones that played it safe with decks they knew were viable, versus the players that took far riskier approaches by playing an entirely new strategy. The safe bets came in force, with Angels and Steel Edge making an opening statement at 20% apiece. These were surrounded by a newly boosted Set 4 mutated, hyper aggro Starlit Pugs, and pure Eclipse Troopers. Only time would tell who would remain in the next week, as once the middle of the month was reached, Steel Edge would increase their lead by 12% as they took a stranglehold over the meta with an astounding 29%. Other decks that saw play were Pure Bandits, as they secured second with 15%, as well as Sunwalkers, who, while they saw small play, became the first ever deck in MonTac TCG history to FTK an enemy as Sparrow rose to the title picture. While Starlit Pugs stayed, they would be modified to accommodate the Divine Sword and Shield from Angels, leading to an unheard of and really not wanted winning combination from Tamoose. At the end of April, we were treated to a trifecta of terrifying decks as Sunwalkers achieved their second FTK victory. Joining them were debuting Vigilantes and Steel Edge, who both had 17% as well. Speaking of debuts, we also saw Rogue Impact and Angel Earphones make their first entry into the meta with mixed results. As we look over the entire month, we see that Steel Edge take home a major advantage of 14% over the other decks. What makes this interesting is while Steel Edge were a dominant force in the meta, they are yet to win a title match this season. This may be a sign that while Steel Edge are great in lower to mid ranks, they seem to fall off in the top 5. Second place of the month goes to 5 different decks: Bandits, Angels, Sunwalkers, Eclipse Troopers, and Torosian Control. With so much variety this month, it's clear that players are looking to find the next silver bullet for the meta. This leads into the 3 predictions I made for the April meta in March. My first prediction was that Mutated would see more play than ever due to their Apex. While this is truly yet to happen, they did put in some great work with their main player, Taylor Sweet, even making top 5. My second prediction was that Bandits would show up due to their exciting OTK potential. In this case, Bandits have been experimented with in lower ranks but are yet to receive a high-profile player representation. My guess why this has happened is the unfortunate stigma they were stuck with in their initial release. However, when they do get their moment, I'm sure they'll finally be recognized as the most underrated deck in the competition. Finally, my last April prediction was that Pugs would be heavily looked at due to their high quality cards and fun playstyle. However, as with any strategy that uses no asset cards, players were hesitant to try them. They did see play in niche Starlit decks, but were otherwise ignored. Going forward, here are my predictions for the May meta. 1. I believe that specialty removal decks like Vigilantes and Torosians will continue to be heavily used in the top 5. 2. Another deck that has potential in the new meta would be Eclipse Troopers, as they pose a unique threat with Lacuziol and other world monsters like Deltro and Crime Partners. Lastly, I believe that Steel Edge will drop significantly in dominance due to how many counters are being discovered recently. Even with these predictions, only one thing is for certain. The competition will only get better as we have recently seen a major level change in our competitors. If you keep practicing, you too can be a MonTac TCG champion. And if you'd like to check out our community, the Discord link is in the description below. That being said, this was the meta for April 2022. Please leave a comment down below of your own predictions and give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed this kind of content. Until next time, this has been Tom. Have a great day.